Good morning,
Now in the
ma'am.
last class, yes, good morning. In the last class, children, if you remember, we were talking about the planets, yes, and we discussed also about some of the other celestial body, that is moon, asteroids, and comets. Fine. So I'll be asking some questions from that first, and then we'll continue with the topic. That topic. Fine. So the first question, Arush, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Arush
ma'am.
Rastogi, can you? Yes. Okay. Uh, what is the full moon day called in Hindi? What is the Hindi name for the full moon day?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the Hindi name for full moon day?
Amavasya.
Is it Amavasya?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else wants to give the answer?
May I tell?
Hmm.
May I
Ma'am,
tell?
Yes.
May I tell?
Yes, please
Ma'am,
ma'am,
tell your
can
name and then tell your name
Purnima.
and then you can answer.
Ma'am Satakshi.
Yeah.
ma'am Yashasvi, ma'am
Yes.
Purnima,
Yes, that is the correct
Farhan.
answer.
Purnima.
Arush, you need to check yourself. Fine. The other one. Vanshvadva.
Yes, ma'am.
How many satellites does Neptune have revolving around it? I told you to revise, isn't it? Do you have the book in front of you? At least you can turn the page and see the answer and tell.
Ma'am, can I tell?
Yes.
Ma'am.
Tell your name first.
I tell.
Marushastagi.
Ma'am, there are
Yeah,
14
Ma'am
satellites.
Satakshi.
there are 14 satellites. Yes, correct. And I have been telling you repeatedly that you should say, may I give the answer? Can I? There's a difference. Okay, fine. Then, Farhan Arif, Farhan Arif, can you listen to me? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Yes. Your question is, in between which two planets is the belt of the asteroid present?
Ma'am, Mars and Jupiter.
Correct. Okay. Now the next one. Satakshi,
Yes, ma'am.
Halley's comet can be seen after how many years?
Ma'am, Halley's comet is seen after every 75 to 76 years.
Fine. Okay. Now we are going to begin with the next topic, that is meteors. Fine. Open your books to page number 214, 214. Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, now if you remember in the last class, I gave you a short introduction regarding this. I told you that many of the time in the movies, etc., it is discussed about the shooting star. Yes? And what is a belief about the shooting star? Can anyone tell? There's a myth regarding it.
Ma'am, that,
Ma'am, we can
ma'am,
make
that any wish.
One of you, one at a
That would
time.
be.
Yes. Satakshi, you want to
Ma'am,
say something? Please say. That if you make a wish seeing it, it comes true, isn't it? Yes, but when we talk scientifically, we have some more to discuss about it. See, these are the structures, these are also celestial bodies, yes, and because a streak of light is seen in the sky, because of some reason. The reason is when these bodies, they enter the Earth's atmosphere due to the friction. You know that friction produces heat and it can cause something to burn. Yes, so when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, many of the time it happens that they, because of the friction produced, they start burning and a streak of light is observed because of this. So that is why a tail like structure you can see, and they are called shooting star. Now here only in this, actually they are made up of the rocky material and the gases. Please underline this. In the second line, underline shooting star, because I have already told you that from this chapter, basically you'll be getting some objective questions or one-word type of answers, questions. So then in the third line, you have rocky material and gases. What is it made up of? Then in the last line of the first paragraph, you see by friction with the atmosphere. These are important points regarding the meteors. Done?
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
okay. Now see, it's not that all the time the same thing happens. Many of the time, some of the meteors, they manage themselves to enter the earth, the earth, without getting burnt up. Or you can say without, they can overcome the friction. And in this case, they do not appear to us as burning or as shining object. Fine. And in this case, when they fall as it is, then they cause something else, and that is they create some depressions on the surface of the earth. And initially, like now it is like that, but initially when the atmosphere was not present, at that time when they used to hit the earth's surface, they used to cause depressions on earth. Yes, many of the and this resulted in the volcanic eruptions also. So initially, if we talk about the beginning, at that time, volcanic eruptions and this all took place. So you underline the last few lines, that says the punctures on the molten surface of the earth, volcanic eruptions, and formation of the rocky surface due to the cooling of the molten lava. So when they enter as it is, they are termed as meteorites, that is the difference. And when due to friction they start burning, then they are termed as meteors. So basically we can say they also helped in the land formation on the earth. The different landforms that we see today, it is a result of their assistance. Fine. Let's move further. We will talk about the artificial satellites. Okay. Name the national satellite of Earth. Anyone? Quickly.
Ma'am, moon.
Moon is
Ma'am,
the
Ma'am,
national.
Moon.
Yes, Moon is the national satellite of Earth, and in the same way, we have many other satellites. These are the objects that keep revolving around the Earth. Yes, and these, since they are sent by the scientists from the Earth, they are termed as artificial satellites. And what is their work? Anyone? Why do the scientists do this without any logic, or there's any logic of sending these objects to the space?
Ma'am, to examine the earth and to see the weathers, upcoming weathers.
Fine, yes, correct. Yes, they give us the information regarding different things which are related to the earth. The information basically we get about the earth. So we'll be talking about different types of satellite that have been sent from the earth to the space due to different reasons. So we'll be talking about the first one, that is, like, let's start with the introduction. The artificial satellites revolve around the earth in fixed orbit. Yes, as we see the moon in the fixed orbit, which are situated much closer than the moon. Now the first one is telecommunication. That is, we are able to see different the news channels. Then we are able to see different programs of our choice because of the telecommunication, and it is possible because of these artificial satellites. Yes, so please underline. Now again come to the second line of the first point, which says telecommunication, as it transmits the radio waves. You'll be studying about radio waves in your class 9th and 10th. Then come to the last line of the same paragraph. It says television programs, usage of internet, etc. with the help of artificial satellites only. Done, children?
yes, ma'am.
Waiting for the answer. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. It says the weather forecasting. How do you forecast? What is meant by forecast? Hindi meaning of the word forecast. Come on, AD.
Ma'am, to get to know about the thing.
About the thing. Dash dash dash. Fill that.
Ma'am, of the weather. For ma'am, tell about the weather.
To tell about the weather means forecasting. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Forecast means if you can have the prediction of what is going to happen next. Fine. If you like how it can be guessed, how what is going to happen next. How do with the news channel they inform us well in before that yes tomorrow it's going to like it's going to be a rainy weather or it will be sunny. How they are going to tell? How do they tell us? It is because of the artificial satellites, and these satellites basically they take the pictures of the Earth. They take a pattern of what is being happening. Fine, and then with that pattern they come across that yes this has happened, so now next what can happen. Yes, this is done, like the pictures are taken by the satellites, then the scientists they sit, they study it, they make the analysis, and then the information is given to the news department, and from the news department we get to know that yes tomorrow's weather will be sunny or it will be rainy or it will be whatever like that. Fine. So forecast basically means getting to know about what is going to happen in future, what is going to happen in next. Is that clear? AD, are you
Yes,
getting it?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
So these,
Yes,
yes?
ma'am.
Okay. So please underline in this weather forecasting and monitoring by taking continuous pictures of the earth with the help of the scientists to study the cloud patterns, weather patterns. Okay, tell me what is the difference between weather and climate? Anyone? Why they have mentioned the word weather? Why not climate?
Ma'am, weather changes day to day and climate, it is particular to a region.
Okay. So that is basically for a longer period of time. So you cannot predict it every day, isn't it? That remains constant. Yes? Rest of you, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Now
Yes,
again take
ma'am.
your pencil, come to the last line of the same paragraph. Please underline forecast. They are used to forecast cyclones, hurricanes and thunderstorms. Now moving on to the next point, it says remote sensing, a topic which is much discussed today and children like it a lot. Yes, these days robotics has become a new branch of science and it has been a part of the curriculum in many of the schools. Yes, so related to that remote sensing we are going to talk about, and remote sensing means when like with the help of the satellites, when again along with the help of the scientists, when we are able to relate the position of different things like different metals, mines and other metals which you cannot like with other things that you cannot actually see with your naked eyes, see like that, which are present somewhere inside the earth. For that we need the artificial satellites, so to find basically the position of different things including the water bodies, areas, forest areas, mines, etc. For this, it is required. So remote sensing, with the help of remote sensing, we can have an idea about different things present on the Earth's surface. Please underline this. It helps in locating the monitoring of forest areas, mines, water bodies, etc. on the Earth. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there are many other artificial satellites. So there are some. The first one we did in GK also. India's first artificial satellite. That is important.
Ma'am, Aryabhatta.
Yes,
Aryabhatta.
launched in Aryabhatta, correct. Okay, so launched in 1975. Please underline that. Then there are others like INSAT, GSAT. These are the series of artificial satellite which are used for telecommunication and weather monitoring. Now there is another one given in the picture, that is PSLV. Please underline the full form. Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. So we are sitting at our homes and we are able to know about the world because of these artificial satellites which are sent by scientists to the space for getting information about the world around us. Fine, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, I hope that you have underlined all the terms and the sentences that I've been telling you throughout when I was teaching. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now, since we have come to the end of this chapter, we have finished the last topic. Now, what we'll be doing in the next classes, see, I'll be providing you with the question answers as I've been doing it previously. Now, what you need to do is you're going to sit back, you will revise the whole chapter line wise, you'll read the text as I have not read it for you. You'll read the text. If you find any problem, please frame questions from that. If you find any problem, then please ask me on the WhatsApp group. Fine, children? And next classes, we are going to begin with the revision test. So as soon as the written material is provided, do it in your copies and then we'll be having the test. First, we'll start with the objective. I'll be providing you I'll not be taking the test of the whole lesson together. I'll be giving you the pages. You'll revise those page, fine? And then I'll be
Excuse
taking the test. Fine,
ma'am, I
children?
have one. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so and the second thing is like here in physics, light basically you have the diagrams. Yes,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
have you have diagrams in that. Here you don't have any diagram. This is important. Only the phases of moon is there,
Yes,
and then you have these constellations. Maybe the pictures of the constellation is given, and it is asked that you have to identify it. Then light, of course, you have the diagrams, many diagrams. Please move on to page number 188. You have regular and diffuse reflection. Then you have relation between the angle of incidence and angle of reflection. Then refraction between air and glass slab. Then you also have the ray diagrams for the image formation in convex lens. Of course, parts of human eye. And then for correcting the defects of the vision. So these are the diagrammatic questions that can be asked. Yes. So you'll revise this, and I'll be giving you I'll be giving you in parts. It will not be the whole chapter. One day I'll take the test of only diagrams. Then you have supposing these objective questions one day from one chapter, and that too some pages, not all. Fine, children? So this is how we have come to the end of today's class. Whatever questions you need to ask, any question, please start asking on WhatsApp group. I'll be, as soon as I get time, I'll be giving you the answers regularly. So please make it a habit. At least
okay.
take out 5 to 10 minutes to revise. Fine, children? So till we meet again, take care
Okay,
of
ma'am.
yourselves. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, ma'am.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.